Welcome to Cup of Wisdom Saturday. Today I'd like to share with you the hug of 0 point. This last week I taught a master class, and one of the exercises that seemed to affect people the most was something that I call the hug of 0 point. There's a story behind it, how I came to this hug, and the story goes like this. Back in probably 2016, I was in Hawaii at a conference, and people were hugging and running up to each other and so happy to see each other and hugging, and I didn't hug. I didn't like hugging. I thought, no, not me. I don't hug. I'm not a hugger. I don't see the point of it. Then time went on, and at one point I walked up to Zach Rader. Some of you may know Zach. And I said, Zach, I don't get this hugging. Can you show me how to hug? And he said, it's really easy. All you have to do is put your arms around the other person and take a deep breath. And I thought, well, that's easy. I can do that. So when it came time to hug people, I put my arms around them and I take a deep breath. And after a while, it seemed like I was breathing the other person. And I was breathing them, and then I'd pull back and I would breathe me. Then I would breathe them, and I'd breathe me. And this went on, and it was really kind of nice. And I seemed to sway, and there was an energy that was happening, and I was just moving with this energy, and this energy was moving me. And I was breathing the other person, and I was breathing me. And at one point, they joined. The other person's energy and my energy joined into one energy, and I thought, wow, something's really happening here. And I continued on and hugged other people, and at one point, after the energies joined, I began to breathe in the middle, and I thought, oh, I'm breathing source. I can breathe source. And if I just breathe source, then what happens? And the other person began to make comments like, oh, I love your hugs. Your hugs are just so wonderful. They're so peaceful, or so joyful, or they're so whatever the person needed. I was bringing in, or I wasn't bringing in, but the energy from source was coming in and going to whatever that person needed. I thought, well, isn't that interesting? And I continued on, and I learned that, oh, I can just bring in the energy of source, or the energy of nothing. And I began to call this 0 point, because absolutely nothing is there, but yet you can feel and see all that is around you. I'm going to breathe you. Now I'm going to breathe me. You. Me. When I breathe you, it's kind of like in the movie Avatar. I see you. I feel you. I know you. I breathe you. And then me. And then we. This 0 point is really a marvelous, wonderful place. And we can just go into that place And it's a place of healing. I kind of liken it to an edifice that no hands have built, and nothing can enter there that is not love. Nothing. No anger, no hate, just only what I would call love energy, or the energy of 0 point. Total allowance. Feel this. And that is the energy of 0 point. I shared that with a friend a few years back, and he happened to be of Maori descent, and he said, you know, the Maori breathe the other when they greet them. And I thought, isn't that interesting? I'm on to something here. And I know it feels good. So try that. When you give the next hug, try the hug of 0 point. Breathe the other. Breathe yourself. And see what happens. After time, the two will become one. And then you can just breathe source when you give the hug. And the energy will come through. You get to watch. You get to be the observer of the energy coming through and going out. You're not pulling in peace or love or joy. You're allowing whatever energy comes in and is needed at that time. It's really fun, so try it. The other thing I'd like to share with you are my Joyfinity cards. You may notice that I put out a book about a week ago, and the book is called Joyfinity, The Wow of Energy Mastery, and I made these cards to go along with the book. And the cards kind of look like this. They're Joyfinity cards. So there's something called the God Principle. Each chapter has several cards from the book, and they are sayings that I think are truisms that I'd like to share. So this one is from the God Principle, and it says, do not wish to be anything but what you are, and be that perfectly. Okay? From sort of the manifestation chapter, attract what you do want, not what you don't want. Okay. From the law of attraction, intent fluctuates the breath of the universe. Isn't that interesting? That's a good one for what we did today. Intent fluctuates the breath of the universe. The hug. The energy of power. We don't get what we want by fighting for it. Energy frequency. Easy and fast is living by the rules of energy consciously. Okay, so those are a few of the cards from the book. Check them out on my website, and perhaps you like to play with cards or check out the book. So I thank you for today, and I'll see you next week for another cup of wisdom.